What's up, you beautiful Redditors? Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Welcome to the RNEWS Morning Show. And let's just jump into it. From r/news. Report: Kenosha man charged with illegally buying gun for Kyle Rittenhouse. My dealer lives in his grandma's basement. My local Ace is also a skate shop. Ace is just a franchise hardware store in a box type deal. You can be really straightforward with it, or the individual store owners can pretty much do what they want while also selling Ace stuff. Which is why you should shop at Ace. Keeps it local as much as possible nowadays. It's also a great way to reduce some risk with starting a new business. My Ace probably couldn't survive as a skate shop alone, but with the hardware store linked to it they have a safety net. They also added a garden center that has outdoor ramps and jumps mixed in with the plants and bags of soil. *edit. It's a co-op, not a franchise apparently. Perfect for smacking some grandma in the face when I try to kickflip over the hydrangeas she's looking at. Or across in Chubby's Gentleman's Club. Good. Straw purchases are illegal. So this is the straw man everyone is referring to. Interesting. Always wondered what that meant. Most pro-gun people will tell you we need to actually prosecute straw man purchases. Which we haven't been. Turns out the laws are already there. No need for new laws if they can do their job with the old laws. I think a lot of gun control laws are ineffective and stupid, but we should be harshly punishing straw buyers anytime they are caught. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/World News. One arrest leads to discovery of global online pedophile network. According to Trump, he himself walked into the changing rooms for fun all the time. Seriously, the fact that we've politicized pedophilia is amazing to me. Anyone who is guilty of that should be thrown in jail, regardless of party affiliation. Many conservatives are saying that Biden is a pedophile. I'm not sure what the basis is. Many liberals are saying that Trump is a pedophile, based on all the evidence of his hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein and his admitting on tape that he fondled under 18s in their dressing rooms. Don't forget the deposition about the 13-year-old that says Trump raped her, and the frolicking in junior beauty pageant dressing rooms, and the unsavory comments made about his, at the time under the age of consent, daughter. Exactly. So again, what's the evidence on Biden? Edit. I rest my case, Your Honor. Edit. Damn, it's like a swarm flew through here. Edit. I also realize this is an article about catching pedophiles which I inadvertently hijacked and has become political. I just want to say read the article and don't pay attention to this dumb political crap I contributed to. Sorry to the victims for pulling the spotlight away. And that's where both sides breaks down. When you ask Republicans about their evidence for such claims you get Pizzagate. But the people accusing Trump have literal court evidence. Trump was promised that if he started shouting, "beautiful clean coal," all the time, he'd get all the minors in his pocket. Of course he was all for that since he can't spell. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/Politics. Tucker Carlson says there's not enough fraud to change election results. We should be honest. Murdoch is really cracking the whip if even Carlson is admitting it. They're probably just worried that they're going to frick themselves in the Georgia runoffs if they keep saying the elections are bullcrap. Yep, to the point where it will affect Fox. Probably advertisers complaining. Time to pull the plug on Trump and move on. The problem is everyone expects Trump to try and start his own network or make a deal with OANN. Fox doesn't want to lose its audience and wants to dump Trump. At the same time they don't want Repubs to lose the Senate runoffs. It is going to be an interesting 2 months. Trump's network will be DOA. Crappy sponsors, crappy hosts, crappy guests, and skimmed profits. How many new cable networks have really broken out? We think networks like Comedy Central or Bravo are pretty popular, but they took years to get going. Best thing is for Fox to cut bait now because Trump's network could never afford Hannity or Tucker. It will be Bill O'Reilly in his basement with a $100 microphone. Would probably look like NRA TV. Or, why no, Trump TV. Commercial breaks are just 5 straight minutes of My Pillow advertising. Brought to you by the makers of Depends. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/Politics. Pompeo says there will be a smooth transition to second Trump administration. They want us in the streets so they can use the military against us and 70 million Trump voters. We'll cheer as we get tear-gassed and arrested and labeled Antifa terrorist. Yep, that's why Mark Esper is out. He would not support the use of tear gas, etc. on protesters. The new replacement, Christopher Miller, would not rule out, or wouldn't answer the question, regarding such use when questioned by Congress. He's currently leading by 4.5 N+ votes and his 50.6 is right in line with Reagan's win over Carter. It's not really that close. And shown that a lot of that interest is pro-fascist. Exactly. He brought in a lot of non-voters that gave up on the Republican Party and radicalized those that were already in it. The Republican Party of today is bigger and completely different than pre-Trump. And it's not looking good. Yeah, remember towards the end of the Obama presidency we were talking about shifting demographics and the death of the then modern Republican Party and how they would have to shift more left to win more voters. Trump literally saved the party from having to do that. And now we have a segment of the population that is pro-fascist. This is going to stay with us for a long time. Because the default strategy when the facts aren't on their side is ridicule. It distracts their base from their lack of substance because they love the trolling so much. Pompeo is a Christo-fascist. He is serious. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/politics, Michael Cohen says Donald Trump will flee to Mar-a-Lago and never return to White House. Pretty sure there's extradition from Mar-a-Lago. He might try to become the king of Florida and secede. Where you gonna get your shrimp? No mo gator, no mo shrimp. Don't worry, the state of NY has a surprise for individual number 1 when he's not POTUS protected. I'm okay paying him to golf for 2 months. Agreed, it's better than him nuking cities that didn't vote for him. Or calling up Biden-friendly world leaders at night and farting into the receiver. His only source of income will be charging himself and his Secret Service detail the highest rate for lodging at Mar-a-Lago, which will be paid out by the American taxpayers. He can't. Secret Service protection for the rest of his life, including weekly classified briefings. Yes, even after leaving office. Look it up is a thing. No sitting president is ever going to allow a former president to keep their residence in a foreign country. He's trapped for life, whether it's in a jail cell or the suffocating presence of 24/7 manned security. And his people trying to tunnel him out like El Chapo, but he is too obese to fit in the tunnel. The country is better run when Trump does nothing as president, so no problem with that. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/politics, Biden team considering legal options if Trump administration keeps stalling the transition. I'd love to see Biden sue and win in court so that he can beat Trump at something yet again. Really hammer home how much of a loser Trump is. Who wants to take bets on something like, we cannot proceed with any transition or provide comment with active litigation and cases until the courts have an opportunity to review. Mr. Trump remains our president. From the Trump administration and GOP for the next 70 days. This is the administration which shut down the government for the longest period to date to try and force funding for his little vanity project on the southern border. Hell of a precedent that set. Gotta dig pretty deep in the pile to even remember it. Someone's gonna have to compile an exhaustive list of the crap he's pulled. I wonder if the Trump presidential library will just be a haul of tweets in a live stream of OAN. www.mcsweeneys.net. This is a fairly thorough list shutting down the government for 34 days over. Border wall funding is number 563. Stop considering. Make it happen. The time for waiting for them to do the right thing is over. We elected a new president so we didn't have to put up with this crap anymore. The whole country should sue this administration and the GOP for defamation. And that's where we're going to end today's show. But if you like what you saw, leave a like, and if you want to see more of the RNEWS show, hit that subscribe button. As always, this has been the RNEWS show and I'll see you tomorrow.